You all right?
Hi, very well. Yourself? Probably, yeah.
Can we get the team news ahead of the game Sunday, please?
No, I think we're pretty much as we are. No injury problems from the game. Everybody's been training, so yeah, pretty much as we were.
There's still bits to play for, isn't there? 2 games there. There's quite a bit of money involved as well as high since you finished. Is that the target for you now? Just finish as high as you can?
Absolutely, yeah. 2 games to go. Focusing on Nottingham Forest, who are obviously challenging for their own things, which makes it a really good game for us. Last game at home, we want to try and win the match, of course, but facing an opponent that is also fighting. But for us, we want to try and finish with 2 wins, obviously.
Really good win last Sunday. 2 of the 4 players who announced they were leaving started. Is that potentially a sign of quite a few changes maybe in the summer, or just 2 players you know you can rely on?
No, I think it's, in terms of the 2 players we selected, there's no doubt about them in terms of their personality, their professionalism. What they've done for the football club has been, obviously, we've spoken about that a lot, and rightly so. But in the short term, you have to decide, okay, how best can we win the game of football, and we wanted to use those 2 players.
Another one out of contract, Mikel Antonio. I know you've spoken about him, but he's spoken this week in the media. Has there been an update this week on his future and what he's going to do here?
No update. When we have one, we'll obviously let our supporters know. But as I said before, he's a unique situation where the focus is on his recovery. And when we have anything to announce, we will.
Goodison Park, say goodbye to it this weekend. I mean, West Ham, of course, have a new stadium. Upton Park was a real famous stadium. Goodison's a famous one. You got any memories of Goodison Park?
Yeah, well, lots. I've been fortunate to be a manager there and to play as a visiting team. Always a special atmosphere, and I would say an iconic ground. When the crowd are there, they really are in the game. As an away team, you always find it tough there. So happy memories. I think we've won a few there, but we found it difficult there as well. So obviously it's a new chapter for them.
Just finally from me, if I said to you to start the season, you could finish above Man United and Spurs, but in around 14th, 15th, it's been quite a Premier League season, isn't it? How have you assessed the Premier League in general this year?
Well, I think you can see how competitive it is. That's for sure. I think what people have done in the past or the name doesn't matter, because teams are so well organised, their clubs are so aligned, people use the resources very, very well, and it's an incredibly competitive competition. So that's probably how I'd assess it from the outside, and since I've been back, that's certainly how I felt it as well.
I agree.
Hi, afternoon.
This weekend you lost the home match of the season. How important is it to have your home fans on board to give them a nice statement? And your next home match will be beginning of next season, next summer. Do you expect the excitement level to be higher next time we play at home in August?
Well, I think the most important relationship at a football club is one with the team and the supporters, and it's something that we know we have to improve with. Because for a while, results and performances to a certain extent haven't been how we would like them, and then it's hard to get that connection. I think that's something that we know we have to try to improve. We'll do it to the best of our ability on Sunday, and then of course it's a process of work that we want our supporters to. They love the team, but they want to see the team play better, see the team win more. That's normal. So I think any supporter, any club, any manager will say the most important relationship is the one with the fans and the players.
A couple of players I want to ask you about. First of all, Mohamed Kudus. He hasn't had an easy season. After last weekend, some really nice comments by Jared Boyne about Mohamed Kudus. Showed some great improvement in the last few weeks. What do you think it's down to?
Well, he's been working hard since we've been here. As I've said, I think many a time in press conferences, I've said that. And sometimes when the team isn't maybe functioning as well as you'd like, individuals within the team can suffer with that. But all I can comment on is his day-to-day work has been of a high level. He gives his best and the maximum he can. And I think it's probably just the little things that haven't gone his way have gone his way recently. And he's just got a reward for that work, I think. I mean, he's We can see the talent, we can see the potential, and it's our responsibility and his to try and get more.
Thomas Soucek is one of probably the main candidates for the Player of the Season award. How much have you been enjoying working with him, and the qualities he brings to the team, and the consistency as well?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's been a fantastic signing for the club, first and foremost. I mean, to deliver what he's delivered over a period of time, brilliant in the boxes, helps defensively, set pieces, and then to chip in as a midfielder with goals is vital. Again, another one that goes about his work in a quiet way, but always 100%, always giving everything. So he's been fantastic to work with.
Couple of questions about Forest, please. They're obviously challenging to get the ticket for the Champions League next season. What's the biggest challenge of facing them now, and what do you make of their season in general?
Well, you have to say they've had a fantastic season. I mean, I think this time last year they were probably the opposite end of the table. So it just goes to show what can happen. I think it's a credit to everybody involved at Nottingham Forest that there's a stability there. They've carried on to try and improve, recruited well with players, and Nuno and his staff have done a brilliant job. So they're very clear on what they want to do, I think, from a football perspective. Individual qualities of a high level. They use Wood really well. Gibbs White's had a fantastic season. Pace in the wide areas with either Langer or Hudson-Odoi, and then an organised defensive structure which sets them up to play to their strengths when they win the ball back. So yeah, you can see why they've got the points they have, and you can see why they're challenging where they are.
You mentioned the Wood recruitment. You joined Brighton back in the day, I think, a couple of seasons after they were promoted to the Premier League. And you know how difficult it is to stay up in the Premier League. Obviously, the recruitment at Forest has been really massive when they joined the Premier League. What did you make of the way they recruit, and mainly in the last season, how the players are settled now and they're challenging for Champions League football?
Well, it's easy to say now that you have to say it's very, very positive. I think everybody would remember not so long back that they were almost not being ridiculed, but everybody was sort of questioning because there was a lot of player turnover. I think that's just an indication of what you have to do to make the step from the Championship to the Premier League, and they've done it really well. Like I said, they've recruited, they've stabilised, they've carried on improving, and they've built a team that is a really strong, well-functioning, well-rounded team. So yeah, it's been a great job for them.
Okay, cameras off please, guys.